Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Today, where am I? I'm out in the woods. I'm out in the Caney Creek Wilderness out in Arkansas in the Ouachita Mountains. Real excited to be here. I'm here for 3 days and 2 nights and I'm going to show you guys all the gear I packed for my trip out into the woods. Thanks for watching. So the first thing, of course, is my backpack. We'll go through the big three. Now what I have is the 3F UL Ultralight backpack. This is, some people call it the AliExpress backpack. It's basically a knockoff of a Z-Packs, okay, basically. It does weigh quite a bit more, about double. The Z-Packs weighs, I think, like 20 ounces, 22, 24 ounces, depending on what you get. This one weighs about 40, 42 ounces. Once you put this on the back, you have to have a pad to make a frame for it. So far I've hiked it in. I went about 5.5 miles, I think. Rode very, very well, really happy with it. I have another 3F UL product I'll show you now. So this is the 3F UL Lanshan 2-person tent, okay? You can see it says 3F UL gear there. Again, this is basically a knockoff of a Z-Packs design, the duplex, okay? This costs $100, the duplex costs $600. So, you can see why some people would rather use this one. I am using some Z-Packs 48-inch poles instead of trekking poles. It's designed to use trekking poles, but you can also use these. One day I will get a duplex or maybe one of the, the solo tents, and they can use these, so definitely worth the investment. That is what I'm sleeping in. Let me show you guys inside. I've got the Klymit X pillow, okay? I've got a Therm-a-rest NeoAir XLite. This is not a Therm, it's just the XLite. Very nice. This is the long version. It's a little bit bigger and heavier. It's about 1 pound, but it is worth it. It is so comfortable. I have this Sea to Summit Reactor sleeping bag liner. I just bought this for this trip just to see, because what I have is my Hammock Gear Burrow 40 with 1 ounce of overstuff. And we'll see. It's supposed to get down to 40 degrees tonight, so it'll be a little bit chilly. I think I would definitely be fine with this. I probably would be fine with just the Burrow. I might be a little bit cold. We'll see. This is the first time I sleep with it. I also have these, which are pretty cool. I got these from Hammock Gear. These are to attach the top quilt to the pad. You can see right here, basically, the Burrow comes with these little clips, and it just clips onto these mitten hangers, and that stops this thing from flipping all over the place, and you basically trying to stay underneath it all night long. That is my sleep system. Let me show you guys the rest of my gear here. All right, just to run you, man, these mosquitoes, it is crazy. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here. To run you guys through some of my stuff. So my main water, okay, is a Smart Water. It's a 1 liter Smart Water bottle. I also brought my Keith Titanium Canteen. Now the reason I brought this is because of the type of water purification that I'm doing. What I'm using for water purification is this. This is the SteriPen. This is the American Red Cross version. It is USB rechargeable and really, really nice. It'll treat 1 liter of water, okay, and 1 charge will treat 40 liters, I think, maybe 30, but I'll put it down below. It's 30 or 40. Really nice product. Have to be able to stick it to where these contacts get into the water, and that's why you can't use a SteriPen. It's got to get to the water. That's how it actually turns on. So I use the Smart Water to drink out of, and I just carry water in the Keith most of the time. Now that I'm on the river, and I'll be hiking tomorrow on the river, I won't even keep this full. I have this. I don't go anywhere without my Therm-a-rest Z-Pad. This thing is the best for stuff just like this. As far as clothing goes, I have a pair of pants. I got this Huck synthetic top. I got a t-shirt, shoes, the basics. I do have my North Face down. This is actually a Thermaball, so it's like a synthetic down Thermaball jacket. It's supposed to get down to about 40 degrees tonight, and I just rather be warm, so I brought this. Maybe overkill, but I didn't bring a lot of other clothes. The rest of my clothes is here in this Z-Pack stuff sack. I've got a pair of long underwear just in case I do get cold. It's some hot chilies, they're called. They're pants, tights basically. I can also use them just to hike in with a pair of shorts, so that's kind of nice. I got 2 pairs of socks, extra pairs of socks. I'll always carry 1 pair of socks for each day, unless I'm going long enough that I'm going to want to wash them. But today I'm just going for 3 nights, so I've got extra darn tough socks. I got a pair of underwear, and that's it for clothes. As far as food goes, you'll see a little bit in the video, but Basically went all dehydrated. This is all the food for the trip right here. 2 breakfasts, 2 dinners, and 2 lunches along with snacks. I do have a bag here. This is for hanging my food. In fact, I'm gonna set that up here in a little bit, just hang it up off the ground, up the mountain a little bit, get that set before it gets dark. I've got some Cliff Bars, but the main things I brought are 2 types of oatmeal. This is Trailtopia. This is new. I bought this in Estes Park, Colorado at a store there. Looks really good. I had one of the ramen noodles for lunch today, and it was good. It looked a lot like this. This is a Trailtopia ramen noodle. This one's beef with mushrooms and vegetables and ramen noodles. The other one was chicken with broccoli, ramen noodles. So good. In fact, if I end up leaving tomorrow, then I may eat this for breakfast because I definitely want to eat it. My 2 dinners that I brought are from Good to Go. Tonight I'm going to have my favorite all-time dinner, which I'll show you in a second, but I also have the classic penne. But my favorite all-time dinner is the Thai curry. This thing is so good, and that is going to be eaten tonight pretty soon. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said, really simple. All of it is dehydrated. I wanted to make it super easy. You know, I did bring to make a fire, but I didn't want to bring like fresh food out. Just make it simple. Not keto, not paleo, but tasty. On top here, I've got some snacks, which is like some energy snacks, some chocolate, and some honey stinger waffles. I also have some trail mix, which I think I might eat a little bit of right now. That's basically food for the trip. That's not true. That's not all the food. We also have sports drinks, powder, sports drinks, lots of coffee, and dehydrated heavy cream, which I use for my coffee. In fact, I'm gonna get that going here in a little while. Be interesting to see how it works. It should work really well out here. Stay tuned to the main video and you'll see how I make the dehydrated heavy cream. It really works well. Of course, I've got some clothes as well. I have a beanie, and I have these. These are actually from Z-Packs. These are their possum down gloves. I really like them. I took them to Colorado when we went recently, and just an awesome product. So I checked those out. I have, lastly, I forgot because it was on top, I have this North Face synthetic long sleeve shirt that I can use if needed. As far as weather gear goes, this was just a small stuff sack, which is my actual rain gear. This is a rain top. I got it from Academy. It's like 360 Sports or something. It's pretty lightweight. I'll put the weight down at the bottom. It's on the camera on my Geargrams. But anyway, really nice product. I have, this is new for me. This is from 3FUL as well. It's a rain skirt. Really nice. Haven't used it yet because it hasn't rained, and I hope I don't, but I have the rain skirt. Lastly, I have this. This is a Sil Nylon pack cover from Dutchwaregear. Put it inside of this Z-Packs stuff sack, and that's what I use in case it rains. I've got, of course, my trusty trowel. In case it rains during the day or while I was at camp, I brought this. This is my Mamajamba Tarp from Warbonnet Outdoors. Adds some weight, but it gives me something to sit under in case it was to rain and change, and I wouldn't have to just sit in my tent, which I really didn't want to do. I also wanted to have a fire, so I carried some extra stuff I normally would not, but I decided I really wanted to have a fire tonight. Got a Mora knife, a Robust, and I also have my Bahco Laplander Saw. Just helps in preparing for the fire. It just makes things a lot easier. Yes, I could just gather twigs and stuff, but I'm able to actually get some decent sized wood, which makes it funner and a nicer fire. All right, as far as a cook kit goes, this is a pretty ultralight cook kit here. All my food is either pre-made, like my wonderful trail mix. Everything is dehydrated, so all I really need to do is boil water to either make dehydrated food or to make some coffee. So I have a 750 milliliter Tokes pot. I've got a little quarter cup measurer so that I can measure water. Yes, I am anal like that. Bic lighter, the BRS Ultralight titanium stove. I also have thrown in there, you can see the hot lips, and also a canister of fuel. That is everything I'll need to create boiling water, which will allow me to make all the food that I brought. This is my personal hygiene kit. Show you guys what's in here. Basically, you know, deodorant, bug spray, which I need to probably get out, sunscreen, toothbrush, toothpaste, earplugs if I need them, basic stuff like that. I also have this, which is basically my first aid and fire kit. I've got a little fire kit with matches, wax dipped cotton rounds, which is what I'll use tonight. Easy way to make a fire tonight. I have a Light My Fire ferro rod, really nice ultralight ferro rod. And then I have a couple of sacks here with some moleskin, leukotape, Motrin, Tylenol, steri strips, triple antibiotic ointment, just really minimalized first aid kits. You don't need anything fancy. I mean, I'm 4 or 5 miles from the car. If something was to happen, I could leave if I needed to, pretty much. And no reason to carry these 10-ounce first aid kits. Both these right here weigh about 2 ounces total. Pretty simple. Now, of course, I'm filming this, so I need some power. Really simple. I have a headlamp, okay, which I have charging right now. Always seems to lose charge, so I've gotten to the point where when I get to camp, I automatically charge it. I have my Kindle for reading, okay? It's definitely heavy, but I enjoy having it. And this is pretty awesome. This is a 10,000 milliamp sharper image. You can see how small it is. It fits in my hand. 10,000 milliamps, doesn't weigh much. Again, I'll put the weight at the bottom. But for 10,000 milliamps, it'll recharge my iPhone just over 3 times. This is the new iPhone X. But it really works well, and that's all I have as far as electronics goes. I have a charger cable for my phone and a USB charger for the other stuff. For most of my other videos, I use a Panasonic G7 with multiple lenses for those. I decided to go against that and try out this new iPhone, and I'm loving it. It's so easy to film with. It's high quality. I'm able to do time lapses, slow motion, everything that I need to do. It even has a little bit of a zoom. Obviously not as good as my big zoom lens, but I rarely use that. And the Panasonic is very hard to use like this because the lens I have isn't quite wide enough. Lenses are expensive. Everything fits into this iPhone XR. Definitely worth it. I know I mentioned it earlier maybe, but the last thing I want to point out is I do have my Spot Gen 3 Messenger. This keeps me safe out here. It gives me some peace of mind, gives my wife peace of mind. I can click the SOS if I need help. Can send messages to my family based on different messages that I can send. I'm actually sending one right now, just telling them that I'm okay. But I definitely think the Spot is something worth having. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else that I brought. Pretty simple. As far as the weights go, I'll put a PDF down below. I added a couple things at the end, but the base weight was about, I think 16 pounds, 16 and a half pounds. After I added 2 liters of water and food, I was about 23 pounds today. Rode very well on the new backpack, really pleased with that. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel as well, really helps the channel grow. I'm planning on probably next week publishing the actual trip video. It's gonna be either 1 or 2 nights. We'll see what happens tonight, or I should say tomorrow night. But either way, it's gonna be really nice. I truly appreciate everyone's input. I appreciate everyone's interaction. I have the community tab now, which is really neat. So I'm able to put polls out and things like that to help make content better for you guys. As always, I really appreciate you checking out Paleo Hiker MD, and please stay tuned next week for the full trip video. Thanks, guys.